Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today I'm bringing you guys my team analysis for Week 6 of the Pokemon Premier League. This battle is going to be against Kelly, also known as Under the Radar, and the Baltimore Braviarys. And this is a team that we have plenty to talk about. But yes, if you guys didn't realize or missed the last battle, there was a week break in between Week 5 and Week 6. So we had that's out of the way. We got this going on now, and yeah, we are good to battle. So I'm here to explain the team that I plan on bringing against Kelly, and explain why and all that good stuff. So I've talked to Kelly a good amount about our matchup, and he doesn't like the matchup he has against me. I don't super love the matchup I have against him. I'm kind of running into a similar situation that I did when I team built for Sam, which is, I feel like I have the mons to take on all of his mons, but condensing it into only a 6-mon team is proving to be really difficult. So, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I can't show you the league table or the Golden Pokeball Award because they haven't been updated to this point that I'm recording this. Last that I knew, we were in 5th on the league table. I don't think that's going to change, I'm not sure. And as far as I know, Arcanine is still at the top of the Golden Pokemon Award. Again, that might change, but I don't think it is. So, yes, the team that Kelly has consists of Infernape, Azumarill, Garchomp, Amoonguss, Reuniclus, Alomomola, Togetic, Miltank, and Eelektross. And this is the most awkward team ever. He has Infernape at base 108 speed, Garchomp at 102, Miltank at 100, and then he just goes completely down to 65 with Alomomola and 50 with, like, everything else. And Togetic, I actually don't remember Togetic's base speed. I should probably know that, but I know it's not fast. So, and that shouldn't really come into play for this match. And, of course, you can see the 6 mons that I expect him to bring, and I use the word expect very loosely because I have no idea what he's going to bring, because I feel like any and all of his Pokemon could put in work this match. So, there are a couple of main threats. Azumarill is always a threat. Infernape is a threat. Reuniclus. Reuniclus is the biggest threat. Also, Eelektross could prove to be rather difficult to deal with. So, we have our work cut out for us, but we are going to do what we can. So, let's go ahead and jump into it. The first mon that we're bringing, obviously, as you see on the screen, is King Jong-un, the Lantern. With the Choice Scarf, Water Absorb, Scald Ice Beam, Volt Switch, and Thunderbolt. Max Special Attack Modest, 244 speed, and the remaining 12 HP. This is enough speed to outspeed a max speed Infernape. So, as long as he doesn't Scarf his Garchomp, Infernape, or Miltank, I will outspeed everything. Although he could very well Scarf his Garchomp, so we shall see. But, yeah, this was like a set that I barely even thought about. This was like automatic. I looked at his team and I was just like, ooh, Scarf Lantern, I like it. Scald does a lot to Infernape. Also, he doesn't want to switch Azumarill in on Scald Burns, but of course there's Volt Switch and Thunderbolt for Azumarill. Ice Beam and Scald for Garchomp. Ice Beam hits Amoonguss. It's not a 2 KO, I don't believe. If it's physically defensive, it might be, but that's one thing that could take this on. Reuniclus takes this on. Alomomola doesn't want to be taking Thunderbolts. Togetic, if it's specially defensive, can take Volt Switches and Thunderbolts. But again, if I Volt Switch, I get initiative into it. Miltank doesn't really want to be Scald Burned, because then it has to waste a turn using Heal Bell if it carries it. And same thing with Eelektross, you don't really want Scald Burns on it. So, being able to outspeed, keep up initiative with Volt Switch is going to be very, very good for me this game. Basically, this whole team also, I want my team to consist of things that are faster than Azumarill and don't die to Aqua Jet. That's like the main thing on my team. Also, of course, everything on my team is going to be faster than Reuniclus, but, you know, kind of the same thing like Reuniclus and Azumarill, I want to switch into as little as possible. I'd rather just have things to do damage to them whenever they come in. But my team, I can use that strategy better with Azumarill than I can Reuniclus. So that's why I have Water Absorb, so Aqua Jet can't do anything. And so I always go first when an Azumarill is in, I'll be able to go first. And, yeah, it'll be super great. Next mon that we're bringing is a great mon, and that is Nando the Rose Raid with the Yachi Berry Technician. Actually, I actually am planning on changing this last minute. Although I'm not sure. I don't think I want to bring Leaf Storm. I don't remember. Alright. We'll keep this for now. Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, Synthesis, Hidden Power Ice, Max HP, Max Defense, Bold, with the remaining 4 in Special Attack. So this is Physically Defensive Rose Raid. The main idea behind this is that Azumarill cannot 2-hit KO it. This is Choice Banded, Play Rough, not a 2-hit KO. Knockoff, not a 2-hit KO. And Waterfall, not a 2-hit KO, which obviously Aqua Jet's not a 2-hit KO. So if those 4 moves are brought, he cannot 2-hit KO me. I still outspeed, because no speed Rose Raid still outspeeds max speed Azumarill. And Leaf Storm is no-ko. Sludge Bomb also does a lot. I'm not sure if I want to bring Leaf Storm though, because I don't really like the idea of lowering my special attack. He does have Amoonguss, which resists it like crazy, but there's also Sap Sipper Miltank, which could very well come. People have been telling me about Sap Sipper Azumarill, but I really don't think that's coming, because then he loses out on all the power of Azumarill. So, I'm really tempted to bring Sleep Powder on something, because I think putting Alomomola to sleep, or Togetic to sleep, or Reuniclus to sleep would be really helpful. And specifically Reuniclus, I think that's something that he would bring into Roserade, and stay in on. However, he could bring, I don't think he'd bring Overcoat, but if he did predicting that, then that could be bad. But I feel like Magic Guard would be more likely to come. So man, I don't know. I'm gonna keep Leaf Storm on for now, but I might see if there's a better option. Technician Hidden Power Ice is good for Garchomp and Amoonguss. It just misses out on being a 2-hit KO if it's specially defensive Amoonguss. But if it's not fully specially defensive Amoonguss, it's a good chance of 2-hit KO. Hidden Power Ice can also, like, mixture Hidden Power Ice and Sludge Bomb makes Togetic not really a good switch in. Sludge Bomb basically hits everything for a lot of damage. So, but the physically defensive is mainly for Azumarill. But if need be, you know, it could take some hits from Miltank, it could take a hit from Garchomp. You know, we'll just have to play it by ear. If I can predict a fighting move, I guess I wouldn't switch it on Infernape. Unless, like, I know it's choice and then I predict a fighting move or something, I don't know. We will have to see, but I think this is also a really good bring, so I am bringing it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this set as is, because Leaf Storm is like an automatic OHKO on Alomomola, and on Azumarill. Sludge Bomb isn't an automatic OHKO, so I'm probably gonna have to keep it. I don't know, unless I just switch it up for Giga Drain just to keep health. I might do that. I'm gonna switch it up for Giga Drain. I really don't like Leaf Storm. What a defensive set. I'm not a fan, so let's just do that. Alright. Next mon is Fujin the Tornadus Therian with a Life Orb Regenerator, U-Turn Dark Pulse, Air Slash Knockoff, max special attack, 156 speed, timid with 100 in HP. This is enough speed to outspeed the fastest mon on his team, which is an Infernape. Air Slash because I am messing with Hurricane this week. Air Slash is enough to be a 2 KO on things that I needed to be a 2 KO on, being Infernape and Amoonguss. Dark Pulse, and, well, Dark Pulse is mainly for Reuniclus, but a mixture of Dark Pulse and Knockoff. If he doesn't have a Cobra Berry, that should take him out. And U-Turn for Initiative. So this is probably going to be the first thing I switch into Reuniclus. He can't OHKO me with anything that he could have, and then I could either U-Turn, get some damage, I could Knockoff. Knockoff does a lot, or I could Dark Pulse. So even with the minus attack, Knockoff still does a good chunk. But Life Orb, Tornadus Therian is still nothing to mess with. So, and the Regenerator is going to help, as, you know, I get to keep my health up, as, you know, I'm outputting a lot of damage. And this outspeeds everything that isn't Scarfed, so will be really helpful. The more I look at it, the more I think Scarf Garchomp could come. Because if it's not Scarf Garchomp, then he doesn't have a Scarfer. I really don't see him bringing Scarf Infernape. I really don't see a Scarf Miltank. And I mean, if any of the slower stuff is Scarfed, I still don't think they even outspeed. Like a Scarfed Electros or anything like that wouldn't even outspeed. So, or a Scarfed Azumarill wouldn't outspeed. So, we should be fine with that. Next mon we're bringing is Bushnell, the Mega Altaria. Of course, holding the Altarian Knight with Hyper Voice, Draco Meteor, Roost, and Heal Bell. Max Special Attack, Modest, 100 Speed, and then 148 HP and 4 in each defense, just for, you know, good bulk, you know, investments. Hyper Voice, a mixture of Hyper Voice and Draco Meteor, is a 2 KO on most things. His only thing to resist a Hyper Voice is Amoonguss. Yep. So, and the only thing to resist the Draco Meteor is Togetic. So, and a Azumarill. Okay, I was gonna say there should be more than one. This is kind of like, if I can get a hit off, the 100 speed is to outspeed max speed Azumarill. If Amon is at a low enough health where I can kind of take it out, that's what Mega Altaria is for. Bring it in, fire off a hit, you know, take it, and then switch back out. Draco Meteor, I'm probably only going to go for Draco Meteor if I know it's going to kill, because that -2 special attack, I'm not a huge fan of, but I need the power output on this Mega Altaria. So, yes, this is 3 straight weeks, 3 different Mega Altarias. I think I'm kind of getting the hang of how to use this, and I hope that it puts in work. Unfortunately, I know that he is terrified of Mega Altaria, so I know he's going to put in, so like, he's gonna prepare so much for this thing. So there's going to be a gunk shot on Infernape. There's, you know, obviously Azumarill is going to have it to play rough. Garchomp is probably going to have Iron Head or Poison Jab. Amoonguss, I think, is going to come for that reason. He could have Acid Spray Electros. I really think he's going to have something to hit it on every single Mon on this team, which is why I need to bring it in when it can outspeed and when it can take out a Mon, because this isn't really going to be able to be left in on too many things, because I think he's going to have coverage on a lot of this stuff. But hopefully with Mega Altaria's bulk plus our HP investment, we can live a good amount of hits. Now, I'm actually going to skip to the last one here, and we'll come back to this, and I'll explain why just a little bit. But the next one is going to be Deltamon the Hydreigon. This set has changed a little bit, but after considering what other people have told me, I've decided to go back with my gut feeling, the original thing that I was going to put on this thing. And this is going to be Choice Specs Hydreigon with Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor, U-Turn, and Flash Cannon, max HP, max special attack, modest, and the remaining 4 in special defense. So, Kelly's speed tiers are very, very awkward, as I've already explained. So, I can't, like, if I don't Scarf Hydreigon, I can't outspeed Infernape, and Infernape gets Mach Punch anyway, so don't want to deal with that. I would have to Scarf it to guarantee outspeed Garchomp, and same thing with Miltank if he goes like max speed or whatever. So if I want to outspeed things that I'm slower than, then I put 0 speed investment, and I still outspeed everything slower. So unless he brings like Scarf to Azumarill, there's really nothing. Even if he Scarfs anything else, there's not even much he can do to me. Like Scarf Electros won't do that much. I mean, U-Turn could do a decent chunk, but that's about it. Or Drain Punch. But yeah, so there's no point in putting any speed investment because I don't need any to outspeed stuff, so I might as well just be bulky Specs Hydreigon. Again, Draco Meteor, there isn't a whole lot to deal with to switch in on this. One of them is Togetic and Flash Cannon. If it's specially defensive Togetic, Flash Cannon is not a 2-hit KO. If I have any sort of prior damage on the Togetic though, it could be, because the roll is I think 42 to 50%, something like that. So if there's any prior damage, then it would be a 2-hit KO. Or if he's not specially defensive, then it is a 2-hit KO, which is good. U-Turn for initiative, Dark Pulse, hits a lot of things because Dark Pulse, like, same things. The only things that really resist it are the things that resist the Draco Meteor, being Azumarill, and Togetic, and yeah, that. Dark Pulse is a straight up OHKO on Reuniclus, and that's the main reason I wanted to bring this. This is another answer that I could switch in to Reuniclus. There's Tornadus T, but there's also this Hydreigon. So, yeah, plenty of things. I can try and switch in on that, but I'd rather not. But there's that. At this point, I really could not decide on a 6-team member. Of course, Arcanine crossed my mind. I thought about possibly Cofagrigus and Bronzong, but eventually I settled on Hitmontop for one main reason, and that is because I started to realize that a Scarf Garchomp could actually tear through my team. So I needed something to stop Garchomp, and that's going to be Hitmontop. Eddiegord of the Hitmontop is going to be brought. The same EV spread is kind of always physically defensive. impish nature with leftovers intimidate, because that's just how it works the best. I really like, because I'm switching up its moves. Alright, so it has close combat, toxic, rapid spin, and endeavor. But I feel like it's getting kind of predictable how I'm bringing him on top just as physically defensive, but I am switching up its moves somewhat, so it's, I don't know, I feel like it's still not predictable at the same time, so we're going to have to see. Another reason Hitmontop is coming is for that Miltank. I don't actually have a lot of coverage to hit it, and I know Miltank can be a huge threat. Toxic is also good to get off on many things that could switch in on Hitmontop, and close combat, of course, does a lot of damage. And then Rapid Spin for any hazards that he would get up. So, you know, I can switch it on Garchomp, like, as it goes for Stealth Rocks, and then, bam, I can spin it away. Same thing with Miltank. This can switch into both of them, and then immediately go for Rapid Spin because he doesn't have a Ghost type. So that's cool. Endeavor is hopefully going to come in clutch towards the end of the game, or towards the end of Hitmontop's life. This is basically kind of like a panic button. If I can get Hitmontop, or if I can let Hitmontop get into low HP range, if it just gets slowly worn down over time, and I get a match up against something like Reuniclus, and I can go for Endeavor, like, I outspeed that. Like, I could do that with Reuniclus, or Amoonguss, or Alomomola. Now, I know those have Regenerator, and they could get some health back, but they'd still be decently low. Togetic, Miltank, Electros, like, not Miltank, but, well, Miltank I could live a hit from, most likely, and I could go for Endeavor. So, even Azumarill, like, these things, I could go for an Endeavor, get the opponent at low health, as Hitmontop dies, bring something else into revenge, and then, we are good from there. So that's why I have Endeavor, because I outspeed a lot of his mons, a lot of the mons that are a threat. I'm really hoping I can get it off against Reuniclus. We shall see. Like, maybe he thinks that he can start setting up Calm Minds, or he could, you know, try and, like, go for recovers and stuff like that. And as long as I'm not toxic or anything like that, you know, I'll go first, and then he has to eventually take me out. He either has to switch out into something to take an Endeavor, or he will have to kill me and then leave his, you know, bond in at really low health. So that's the plan with that. I'm hoping it's going to work. Plus, I just needed to stop Garchomp from running through my team, and this is going to be a game that can go either way. Kelly is a good battler, and this is going to be a very, very interesting match. So hopefully you guys join me for the match, which should be going up later today. Go ahead and check out Kelly's links. They will be in the description, as well as PPL links and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys on the next time. So thanks for watching, and until the next time, guys, stay sly.